Okay, we're going to be replacing front brake pads and rotors on a 2002 Toyota Camry. We're going to go ahead and loosen up the caliper bolt, which is a 14 millimeter. Just break it loose, take the bolt out. Now we're going to go ahead and lift this up and then just kind of push it so you can get it out, slide it over, just put it over to the side. We're going to do that for now. Now we're going to go ahead and loosen up these two bolts. They're size 17. For right now, I'm just going to crack them loose, and then I'm going to use an electric ratchet just to speed things through. Let's take it out just like that. Now, sometimes the rotor does get stuck on there, but thankfully this one didn't, so I'm going to pull that there. And if for whatever reason the rotor was stuck, you can just put a lug nut on there, and then you can just give it a whack with a hammer until it releases. So now we got the rotor out. We're going to clean some of the grime out. So I got this little adapter. So you can use Scotch-Brite, a wired brush, just to clean this off. Just as best as possible. This just basically prevents you from next service the rotor been sticking. You can also apply just a little bit of what's it called? I just had it in my head. Got it. So you can apply just a little bit of anti-seize, not too much, just so the rotor doesn't stick the next service. So the next thing is now we're going to get the caliper to the side. Just be careful not to twist too much because it can tear, especially if you kind of landed like I did kind of sort of here. So just be very careful because this is very sharp. You don't want to cut it. So now we're just going to press in the piston. And just going slowly. You don't have to go fast. What helps too if you remove the cap off of the brake fluid reservoir. Also, if you go too fast, you can also burst the line, so just go nice and steady. And as you can see, it kind of, the boot also didn't go all the way down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get like a pocket screwdriver and basically go around it so that the pocket of air can be released. So just kind of go underneath here and kind of go around it. You can even turn it and push with your other finger, just push down on it. So that way when the piston does retract, it doesn't pinch that boot and tear. So just go around it. And just like that. So now we're gonna take a wired brush and clean this. So I clean this just because I think that if you have too much dust here and you're going to apply a little bit of grease on the contact points of the caliper, especially with that grease, is going to attract more dust. So I try to clean everything as best as possible. Also, we're going to clean the sliding pin, and then we're going to apply grease on there. So I cleaned the sliding pin, and then I'm just going to apply a little bit of grease, not too much. If you go too excessive, it can also create a problem. Too much also restricts it from sliding, so just enough, and that should be enough for right now. We're going to go ahead and work on the caliper bracket now. We're going to clean that. We're going to replace the shim kit. All right, so now we're going to remove the old pads from the bracket, and then we're going to be replacing these shims right here. And then we're just going to take a wide brush and just clean this as best as possible. Just like that. It does help too if you put like a little bit of brake cleaner here, that way you don't inhale all that dust that's coming off. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and remove this sliding pin. It's a little stuck on there. Just remove that boot. Be careful not to tear that boot. So now you're going to take a brush in there, or even a pocket screwdriver sometimes if you don't have anything on hand. Just kind of scrape everything off. You're going to have that old gunk on there. It's hard because it's just old. You're going to clean that and then clean the sliding pin as well, and then apply grease on there. So now that we cleaned it, we're going to apply grease, and again, same thing, not too much. And what we want to see, once we put it in, we want to make sure that sliding pin goes easy in and out. Just like that. Should be fairly easy in and out. Now we're going to install the new little brackets here. So just take note, it has little ears that go on each side. Go all the way in, that it sits down. Press down on it to lock it in. Oops, it's going the wrong way. Again, same thing, make sure those ears sit properly in there. You click in there. Because if it doesn't sit all the way properly, it can create noise when you do apply the brake. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the new rotor on now. What I like to do, I like to use a lug nut just to hold it in place. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and reinstall that bracket. I'm going to start it off by hand. Again, these are 17 mil. We're just going to go ahead and secure them just when it hits. Just like that. And now we're going to go ahead and torque these to 79 foot-pounds. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and install the new brake pads. I did apply a little bit of grease on the ears of the brake pads. So we're going to go in at a slant, kind of push down on the little spring up there, and you just kind of have to like push in there till it sits down just like that. Now we're going to do the same concept just on the inside. It is a little harder to go on the inside just because you can't really see on what you're doing. Kind of have to do more of like a feel. So again, sideways, you're going to have to press down on that little ear. You're just going to push in just like that, and just make sure that the little ear is underneath that little bracket, not over, but underneath. So now we're going to put the bracket over. Just make sure that the hose here is not twisted, okay? I'm going to go ahead and slide that through. I'm going to put the 14 millimeter bolt back in, and we're going to torque this to 25 foot-pounds. All right. And that's how you do a front brake job on a 2002 Toyota Camry.